Triple H might be running WWE, but it's starting to look more like Triple H's private club. Let's talk about it. What's up, Froshers? Welcome back to the channel. So let's talk about the new era of WWE. Now look, Froshers, I'm not here to hate on the game. The man has cooked up some absolutely fire television. The stories are better, the matches are longer, and my man finally made the Intercontinental Championship look like it's more worthy than a Happy Meal toy. Shout out to Gunther, and you knew there was a but coming. Have you ever noticed a pattern? It's like every single week I'm sitting there with my bag of chips and I see the same group of people getting the spotlight, getting the mega pushes and the main event everything, while some of the most insanely talented superstars on the roster are sitting in the back like, hey, hello, is my mic on? It's like Triple H has his favorite group chat, and if you're not in it, you're not getting the invite to WrestleMania. So today, Frosters, we are putting on our detective hats, we are grabbing our magnifying glasses, and we are exposing Triple H's favoritism in WWE. So we are gonna go from the very beginning of this to where we are now. We are gonna rant on the bad, we are gonna appreciate the good, and by the end of this, some of you are gonna be stunned, some of you are gonna be angry, and my guy Finn Balor might finally feel seen. But before we get this expo started, if you ever seen a match and thought, wait, why he's losing every single time, then you are my people. So do your boy a huge solid favor, smash the like button right now. It helps this video reach more people so we can all be confessed about WWE booking together, and leave the comment below telling me who you think is the most underpushed superstars. Alright, Frosters, so no more delays, let's just get into it. Alright, Frosters, so let's start with the United States Champion, Austin Theory. Now look, Frosters, this guy was Vince McMahon's last pet project, right? He was Mr. Money in the Bank, he's the young champion. But what happened when Triple H took over? According to wrestling veteran Disco Inferno, and I quote, creative has failed him, and he said it is weird that Theory has a belt, but they have nothing for him. He's defending the title, but where is his major storyline? Gone. Since his thing with John Cena at WrestleMania, this man has been floating in the mid-carder with no direction. That's not a push, that's a placeholder. Now let's level up. Let's talk about the guy who have been carrying the company for years. I'm talking about the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. This man is living like a legend, but according to a 2025 roster analysis, AJ Styles is officially underpushed. The report says he'd be a lot of fun in the main event scene for a feud with Gunther, but instead he is stuck in a low card feud. This is a 9-time world champion, people. And please don't even get me started on my man Finn Balor. There's a reason the fans are making posts online saying Finn Balor puts AJ Styles overweight too much. I feel like he loses every time they faced off. You know what, Frosters? It's a running joke at this point. We have to tell ourselves that Demon Balor is greater than AJ Styles. Who is greater than regular Finn Balor? Just to cope with the booking, that's not a good storytelling. That's a mathematic problem we shouldn't have to solve. So who is the Hunter's hottest group chat? Let's break this down. So we have got Jey Uso. Jey main eventer Uso went from a tag team specialist to a main event single star almost overnight on Raw. Main event Jey Uso wasn't just a name, it was a booking detective. Next up we got Jacob Fatu. Dude debuts and immediately becomes an unstoppable force in the bloodline. He was instantly positioned as a top tier monster. And of course we have Rhea Bloody Ripley, and look, she's absolutely deserving. She's a megastar, but you can't argue she hasn't been the center of the women's division for a long time. But what about the new blood? What about our guy like Carmelo Hayes? The man was an NXT champion. He's smooth, he's charismatic, he can put on banger matches. But on the main roster, the momentum has stalled. He's not getting that consistent breakout pushes. And why? Because is he just not in the right friend group? You know what I'm saying, guys? And it's not just the main roster. This philosophy might be spreading. Look at NXT. A 2025 analysis pointed out that ACM and Nathan Frazier, Frazier were called up, won their first 4 matches, including against champions, and then hit the wall. They were described as a victim of the deep tag team division, aka they're not the priority. It's the same pattern. You know what I'm saying, guys? Alright, Frosters, let's rewind the story because this favoritism didn't start overnight. So back in NXT, when Triple H built his empire, and to be fair, he made stars like Finn Balor, Asuka, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, and you know what, Frosters? They were all gold. But even then, they were whispers. Triple H had his favorites, and if you were one of them, you were unstoppable. If not, you are future released talent, bro. Vince Russo even said it himself. The whole NXT system was messed up because favorites got endless opportunities while others vanished. And fast forward to then when Triple H took over creative control in the TKO era and the favoritism became loud. And I mean loud. You know what I'm saying, guys? Vince Russo accused him of running a private club backstage. People literally call it the Triple H Club. Drew McIntyre out of the spotlight. Finn Balor, 18 losses in his last 20 matches. Froshers, listen this carefully. I'm gonna say this again. Finn Balor, 18 losses in his last 20 matches. Dude went from Universal Champion to a glorified background character. Meanwhile, who's getting weekly segments? Rhea Bloody Ripley, Tiffany Overpushed Stratton, Jay the main eventer Pathetic Uso, and one of the Triple H favorite pet puppy, Sami Zayn. You know what? Jacob Fatu. You know what, Frosters? Jacob Fatu just joined and it's already in the main event feuds. Coincident? Not even close, okay? I mean, fans have started calling out Triple H copy-paste booking. Like every title storyline feels like it revolves around one rivalry. Usually 6 picks like Rhea Ripley and Io Sky had 6 matches when fresh challengers were right there, and Jacob Fatu's entire US reign all about Solo Sikoa. Finn Balor's Judgment Day story stuck in rinse and repeat mode because apparently only Rhea and Jey Uso mattered this year. And you know what, Frosters? This part hurts because Triple H knows how good these guys are. Finn Balor carried NXT. AJ Styles is a once-in-a-generational talent. Carmelo Hayes is the future. But what happens? Finn Balor is jobbing, AJ's plans got scrapped, and Melo's big call-up fizzled out faster than a Ricochet push. These are the people who build credibility in NXT. But Triple H creative gives them scraps because they are not in his people anymore. And now tell me why stars like Shawn Michaels and Road Dogg, who just happen to be Triple H's real-life buddies, hold big backstage position. Nepotism much? This click energy is leaking into WWE 2025. It's starting to look like a corporate favoritism with D-Generation X logo on top. Now to be fair, is some of this working? Absolutely. The focus on long-term storytelling has given us some of the best WWE content in years. Like pushing guys like Cody Rhodes has created genuine emotional moments, but the downside of this focused vision is that if you are not the part of the specific long-term story, you might be left in the dark. So what's the verdict? Alright, it's time to give a rating. On the one hand, the product is more logical and it feels like a real sport. The top of the card is tagged with talent. For that, I appreciate the good. But on the other hand, the apparent favoritism creates a glass ceiling for unbelievable talent performers like Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Carmelo Hayes. For that, I had to rant on the bad. So overall, on a scale 1 to 10, with 1 being a botched Royal Rumble finish and 10 being WrestleMania 40 Night 2, I'm giving Triple H's era of favoritism a solid 4 out of 10, okay? But it could be a legendary one if their playing field was just a little more level. But what do you guys think? Am I completely wrong? Is this all part of a master plan? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that sparks the truth. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till next time, stay awesome. Have a good day. Bye.